Jimmy Buckets is on record saying he one day wants to charge $100 for a cup of coffee. You heard that right. $100 for a cup of brew. The owner of Big Face Brand Coffee started the business by charging everyone in the bubble $20 for a cup. And I guess he thought that was the starting price for something you can get for free if you walk into the right gas station. I know, that's downplaying the pretentious coffee industry, but I feel like $20 is a lot even for Starbucks. So now that we've established a couple of Butler's credentials, where does he line up against Dwight Howard as a player? Look, they both have led their teams to the NBA Finals, where each lost to the Lakers. Howard's team had a win series over LeBron James, which not a lot of players can boast about, including Jimmy Butler. Howard was first-team All-NBA 5 times when he played for the Orlando Magic, and although Jimmy Butler has 4 All-NBA selections, all of them are third team. While it may seem like Jimmy Butler's relevance has lasted longer than Dwight Howard's 8-year run of All-Star appearances, the Jimmy who gets more than 20 points per game has only been around 8 years himself with 6 All-Star nods. If Miami makes it to the NBA Finals this season, the case for Butler being the more accomplished player can be made solely because playoff success matters so much. It's still a very tight contest though, and comes down to who's more grading as a person. Howard's ring with the Lakers doesn't really count in the same context. He was a glorified role player and yet was still in the top 5 reasons why people did not want the Lakers to win the bubble title in 2020. Now, to be that annoying 7 years removed from your last All-Star appearance is an accomplishment that takes an immense amount of jackassery to pull off. Say Jimmy's performance falls off a cliff and he's on his 5th team in 5 years after getting run out of each stop for carrying himself like Kenny Powers just without a drug problem. Would NBA fans in general actively root against Butler in the same fashion as Dwight? Probably not, and I'll tell you why. Playoff success matters, and people tend to forget what you did in the past and only look at the present, who you are now. No one, outside of a few floundering front offices and a handful of media members, have called Butler on his crap. It would take a lot of clout and greatness to change the book on Jimmy Butler, and what NBA players is so defined that he could even pull it off. Butler the player allows Butler the person to get away with being the office's endearing butthole. Ideally, the less athletic part of his career goes better than Howard's spiral into irrelevance because teammates and organizations tolerance difficult people a lot less when the production doesn't offset the headache. Now, if I had a grade who is more annoying between Jimmy Butler and Dwight Howard gets the nod. He was annoying on and off the court. He always tried to be funny. He always tried to outdo every single joke. Jimmy Butler simply comes into play, does his business. Yes, he talks his crap or talks his trash, but at the end of the day, he stays in his lane.